Hello, SpeedGaming. Welcome to a glitch tournament race between Gamma and someone. This is a lower bracket race, but we're pretty late into the lower bracket, which means everybody here is like Gammachuu. So hopefully we'll get to see some really good racing. I'm joined by Drossi. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Excited for this. This is game one in a best of three, is that correct?
Yes, it is, and they will be. This is, I think, the top. It's the top four of the lower bracket, and they will be competing to play against Duden.
Okay, so we're in the top eight overall, basically, I
Yes,
believe.
something like that. Double elimination confuses me.
Yeah,
I could count people.
yeah. I'm pretty sure this makes it the top eight, so even whoever gets eliminated here will still be top eight. And we're off. With a bow in Link's house, that's nice right out the gate. And that looked like 3 crystals in the light world, including a 5-6 on Eastern.
5-6 on Eastern. We care about that even less because we have a bow, so we can't even do any fancy logic reads. Maybe the lamp.
I mean, we could just rush Eastern and do it. We need a few arrows, but...
I think they might be thinking that, but it's also very common to just open with this because it's easy to get with boots.
Yeah, no, I know Saha is a popular opening play in HMG. Not much in his closet, though.
Well, Gamma is running out, and so is someone. So this is two people thinking they're being super aggressive and playing against the other, and they're actually both doing the same thing. I love when this happens. It's so good.
I mean, nothing like being aggressive against an aggressive opponent, right?
Someone trying so hard to dodge ends up just getting hit twice. I always just mash my face into those and get hit. You have opportunities to get hearts back in Eastern.
So, if this were, say, a regular open boot seed, not major glitches, like, is doing this in major glitch comparably aggro to doing it in a regular open boot seed, or less aggro than that?
I would argue this is more aggro because they have more options.
Okay.
There's a lot of things they can do that aren't 3-heart bow, like only bow Eastern.
That's true. There's a ton of Sphere 1 checks in.
Like in casual boots, there's only so much you can do. So, like if you're not doing this, you're doing Kakariko, you're doing South Shore maybe, but you need bombs first. You could do the escape with the bow, but you need arrows that you're probably going here anyway to get them. One benefit of doing this first is that you probably will walk out with at least a few arrows in your quiver, so you can then do things like hit switches on the top of the mountain and defend yourself a little bit in the overworld.
But nothing interesting so far in Eastern for our troubles. Okay, health something. Especially in a glitched mode where you can be facing pretty tough enemies before you know it.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if they went in here without the intention of full clearing it. Because nobody ever does this when they don't have the bow. This is like the last thing you do. You have some really awful locations locked behind the mirror and mitts. People will do those before they do Eastern. If Eastern's not clearable or if it's a pendant.
And both runners stocking up on some arrows in the big chest room.
You can get 15 in this room. And that's all you get until you're done with gifted with greenies. Unless you get lucky.
Right, can always be an enemy drop. You never know what prize packs they're on.
We probably know by now, but I haven't been paying attention. I saw a green rupee. Looks like we're on the rupee pack for at least something in this dungeon. This room is not
Something
easy.
else was dropping a heart.
So Gammachuu is having a little trouble. Yeah, I would use the stairs here. But it's still a little dangerous. 10 arrows is actually really good.
What do you know?
This is the
someone
best
just
10
made up
arrows
a
of their
lot
life.
Ooh, got a full magic drop, but someone not grab. I mean, we don't have anything we can use magic for. You're planning on beating the boss, you'll get a full magic fill when you beat him, right?
If it's truly on the way, you'll get it for the refill frames. I don't think they're thinking about refill frames right now. I think they're thinking about survival.
Yeah, this next room without any sort of fire source is always an interesting challenge. Trying to take down the Igor for the key in complete darkness. As both runners just kind of... Okay, that looked like an Igor going. Yeah, Gamma got his key, and someone's already upstairs.
Gamma is actually like... Okay, he's good. He was still firing arrows after he got the key, which means I think he was worried that there might be a popo at top that might knock him downward. Because that can happen. You can just get really unlucky.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit touch and go for him. Someone had been behind in Eastern and is now ahead.
Someone had a better big key chest pop.
Well, someone misses a shot on Armos, though.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We have plenty of arrows. Oh, Gammachuu is doing like...
Yeah, Gamma will get the quick kill. This is Gamma.
Yeah, no, this is a weird quick kill. This is like the ice Armos turn 90 degrees.
So, we got a shield for our troubles. And hey, 1 crystal in less than 6 minutes.
They came out with the most precious cargo of all, 12 arrows and 8 arrows, respectively. So I would say Gammachuu may be behind in time, but he's ahead in being able to shoot things and do literally anything in this game.
Yeah, so wouldn't surprise me if Gamma does a mountain climb soon. I know he tends to like early mountain climbs in HMG. I don't know someone's playstyle as well. Mail upgrade. Also not gonna say no at this health level. It looks like someone is thinking mountain climb as well.
Gamma definitely, because he's going clockwise. I think he's going to go up the mountain after Lost Woods. Someone could either go to Kakariko or mountain coming out of this loop. And it's impossible to know which one he's going to do until he does it.
And there's a sword in Lost Woods. I did not catch what was on Lumberjack. Someone's cropping was a little off. But yeah, definitely makes a bit of a difference that Gamma's now gonna have a sword for a while he's running around and someone isn't.
Yeah, someone not going to the Lost Woods is actually going to lose out. It's usually more common for people to go to the Lost Woods after Lumberjack if you're going counterclockwise rather than go straight up the mountain. Did you catch that?
I caught Lumberjack. It was a big 20. I did not catch the inside of Spec Rock. I'm gonna double check someone's cropping. Okay, I've just double-checked that someone's cropping for the restream is as high up as what they're doing on their own stream, so if we can't see stuff like that, it's because their cropping on their own stream is off.
So Gammachuu showed us that Tower of Hera is questionably Meyer-locked. We have a small key and a compass. It could be fire-locked instead, which is a little bit annoying, because you don't want to have to worry about Hera Basement in these modes.
Yeah, and Harapot doesn't factor into logic, does it?
No.
Ooh, mushroom on graveyard ledge. Interesting.
Graveyard Ledge is also someone's first source of bombs. It's often your first source of bombs in this mode. You can go there very early. You can make it your third check or fourth check if you want.
Yeah, Gamma hasn't gotten any bombs either. I imagine he'll go to Graveyard Ledge after, while someone is about to finally get that sword. And probably a CAC play for someone, given that he made a point of not going here earlier.
It's unlikely he'll not go to CAC. Did he rescue? Yeah, he rescued the old man.
Yeah.
So no reason to go up the mountain.
Okay, so let's see what all CAC opens for us.
Gammachuu also doing almost identical stuff. Like they did mountain a little differently, but he's also jumping off the mountain, going
and
to.
now you wish you hadn't done mountain so soon when the hookshot was sitting in CAC.
Oh, it's fine. We'll be up the mountain 6 times in the seed. We don't worry about double dipping Hera or.
Now we can Harapot. Now we can do East Death Mountain.
They might want to wait for a Moon Pearl so they can do it all together.
Oh, the Moon Pearl's probably sitting in ice again. But yeah, that also gives us Zora money from Blindside. And our first bottle sitting in the well, so Sick Kids just added to the mix. And hey, a lamp.
That's a logical Tower of Hera, potentially.
That's also logical Aga.
Yeah, it unlocks one location. Pyramid Fairy. Not Pyramid Fairy, Pyramid Ledge. If you can get to Pyramid Fairy, you don't need Aga for Pyramid Ledge. And with that blue potion, they don't really need to do Aga. It's a formality.
Enough other ways to get to Pyramid Ledge.
I hate to say it, but the fastest way to do Zora is to just water walk there. You can get to Zora from the mountain, but it's not fast. It's tail between your legs, final check Zora, because I'm here.
So for whatever it's worth, both of our runners already have 2 bottles with that bottle from Chicken Hut. Guess it's nice on general principle. Maybe we'll see a bee moth fight.
I doubt it.
Well, in any case, we don't have the fire rod yet.
Bee can be a good thing when you don't have a sword. We're a little bit. I think we're more likely to see that bee released inside of one of the fairies.
I can't actually see. Oh, okay, it's Burna.
Yeah.
See this.
Oh,
the bomb count was in the way of me being able to see the Burna there, and someone
did the wrong inputs after clipping.
Yeah, because normally
left instead of right and got kicked into
normally
the collision.
You go to desert after that.
Yeah, he was trying to. Let's see what happens with Gammachuu. You want to tap right, not left.
Well, at least he's not soft locked. There we go.
He probably went down on purpose because that's how he knows how to do the clip. Like, you can do it up there, but, you know, he was just in the Glitch Mentor tournament, so he probably only knows one method if he's jumping down like that. Someone's not losing very much time with this. I mean, it's a little bit of backtracking. But we'll get it back not having to clip the Graveyard Ledge. Or the other one. Groveyard Ledge, because it's the Grove. Also because they're actually the same room.
And Landmo's in logic, yes, because you can just jump down from the ledge up there.
Yeah, you can also clip through the big head, and it'll pop you up there. They'll have to do it last, since they won't be able to leave.
Bro, makes sense. Well, we don't have the book, so Bombos isn't in the cards at the moment, so... I mean, maybe you want to do Aegina first. I don't know.
Well, Gamma found both items, so he will just be walking out. This puts him close to Aegina's cave, so if he has any intention to desert now, he would be doing that first, but... Yeah, with Aegina not being... Sorry, with desert not being an item, he might just put it off for later.
Yeah. The old combo with Meyer or whatever.
Yeah, what I like to do is I like to save it and combo it with Orphan Desert Overworld checks. So if I get a glove replic later, I'll have an excuse to go back there and clean up.
So is this a regular old South Shore play for Gamma now?
Yeah, this is going to be very familiar to anybody who plays casual boots. It's almost certainly going to end in a water walk. To Zora, the water walk is in logic.
Well, it looks like someone is taking that hookshot to the mountain. No?
No, this is King's Tomb.
Okay. I was thinking because the hookshot opened up so much on the mountain, but as you said, better to go up there with the moon pearl and stuff.
But the hookshot doesn't do that much on the mountain. It's really just you can hair pot. Otherwise, you can clip the East Death Mountain, and it's free. The hookshot does make it more convenient to go up the mountain, which is what someone is doing.
Those silvers and bombos and powder and mini Moldorm. That's a pretty good mini Moldorm cave. Also means you can spend the mushroom without having to worry about fake powder.
So the big key to Hera is either in the basement or it's on Moldorm. And if it's on Moldorm, it's going to be a little awkward because both items haven't been found. So they're going to want to drop down and check the big chest.
Is it allowed to lock itself?
It can lock itself, that is true. So it can be item in the basement, item on Moldorm, and big key in itself. That is a good point. We'll sometimes run into that when we're here in Meyer State. You can open the big chest with the Meyer big key, and then you just get this like dummy big key.
Well, either way, Moldorm had one item. It wasn't much of anything interesting, but that's 2 crystals. And there's Ether sitting on Zora Ledge. I imagine Gamma will splash delete to get it. Oh, and there's a third sword on the floating island for someone to just grab.
This is an interesting approach for Gamma. He's setting index and then purposely getting into fake flipper state only to get out of it again. I'm not sure why retaining Water Walk wasn't more beneficial, but he clearly knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him do stuff like this enough times that I was pretty sure he'd get it first try, whatever unorthodox method he'd use. Kind of nice that 20 minutes in we already know where Tempered and Silvers are.
The Moon Pearl's just here. Free seed. The game hasn't really given them anything to suggest that a spicy pearl location might be in play, except maybe the lamp and bow for Pod. And Pod is still suspicious. Anytime I have the lamp and bow, I'm suspicious of Pod.
Flippers and Cape, that's interesting. Flippers means we can start thinking about Swamp at some point.
They can do Swamp if they want. They can use the Hero Small, get in. It wouldn't be in logic until they have my Medallion, but we've seen Ether for Gammachuu. I'm not sure if that Bombos is also real, or if it's just the Ether. So someone is cleaning these checks up using the flippers. So this is that fast Zora quote that I was talking about. The reason it's not really fast is because you have to exit Paradox Cave, and exiting Paradox Cave takes forever.
But hey, he doesn't need to set up fake Flipper. Gamma having a bit of trouble. There we go. Getting onto Floating Island. Kept splashing in the clouds.
Alright, well that makes me comfortable to say that Swamp is probably in logic through Meyer. It might behoove the runners to first find out if it's a crystal before they go in.
Yeah, we haven't seen Dark World at all, so we haven't been able to map check. So yeah, with the Moon Pearl, we now have a lot of stuff open in the Dark World, so it's probably just a matter of time before both of these runners make a Dark World play, I would think.
Yeah, in the absence of Glove Hammer, I think Hookshot Cave is a good start. It can be a little bit slow without the glove, but it's a good chance to check your crystals before you commit to any dungeons. If they want to really clown it up, they can just start going to dungeons without even entering the Dark World. Swamp and Pod are both available. Pod's not clearable yet, but Swamp is.
Yeah, Pod we still don't have the hammer to finish.
Well, who would we have? Pod and Swamp are pendants. So we should all go to Pod and Swamp and blind pull those. And then pull Pet after doing the green pendant skull. That's the play. Oh no! Gamma got the...
Oh no.
The glitch jail hop.
Block.
Yeah. That's a... I've had that happen a few times. Having flippers makes that possible, otherwise you would just splash back out safely.
Wow. Just amazing how smoothly Gamma executed that glitch, and you, like, blink and he's in Hera.
Yeah, Hera Clip is... you do it, like, 6 times per seed, at least, so it's one of the glitches you do so much that it's not even... You'll, like, do it and then realize I didn't actually want to go up here. Because it's so automatic as a start to any route that you do. Oh, okay.
Oh, and here is someone giving us our first look at Hobo.
Yeah, you can clip straight here from Link's house. I'm not sure if that's... if someone saved time going the way he went over just doing that, but he was in the area.
And more convergence onto the mountain. I'm kind of wondering what our next progression is going to be. Hammer, maybe? Half Magic's nice.
Gonna be in Swamp. I believe in Swamp. I also believe in Pod for this particular
I was going to say, isn't that the mantra, believe in Pendant Pod?
Oh, I only believe in Pod because we have Bow and Lamp and didn't find anything in Eastern.
Oh, okay.
I believe in Swamp because we have everything else. Including, like, you don't need Hammer for Swamp. It's not because of Specky Clip, but it's because you can just clip twice and flood it.
Yeah, though Specky Clip sure makes it easier to navigate.
Lots of Fire Rod, so if you're waiting for a Fire Rod to go to Skull Woods, this is not the seed for you.
Well, it does open up Skull Woods if you want a green pendant. Meanwhile, Gamma does Catfish because he makes an exception to his anti-catfish activism when he's playing glitched.
Alright, do you want to know 2 ways Gamma could get to that Fire Rod very quickly, even though he chose not to? So he could swim across the mountain and pop directly onto it, or he could go down to the screen transition and fake flute to 3. Both of them are faster than saving and quitting. Not to say that's what Gamma's doing, but it is fun to think about the things you can do to route this game.
Gamma really seems interested in the mountain. I don't know what... Oh, is he gonna use... No, he can't do Bumper Cave. He doesn't have Hammer.
Well, the funny thing is in this game, everything is the mountain.
Not Bumper Cave, Spike Cave. Sorry, misspoke.
Gamma's doing Bumper Ledge.
Ah, okay.
He's just
going down
not swimming across the mountain, which makes me sad. I did, in fact, time this to be slower. Even if you do the Hundo strat where you like go up to Ether Tablet and clip down, it's still faster to swim across. And even faster to fake flute if you can pull it off.
Gamma wouldn't know anything about Fire Rod on Bumper Ledge, though.
Thankfully for us, Bumper Ledge is just sitting out there in the open for you to grab.
It's interesting that we're following this into a pendant dungeon, albeit green pendant.
It is interesting. I would be doing this too, to be completely honest.
Nice silvers on Gibdos, not something you see very often. As someone takes down Moth for 10 arrows and a green pendant. So, hey, maybe Bridge Chest has the other item, and then we don't even need to touch the front.
Once again, they're doing the same thing in just slightly different orders. I hope the race stays this way.
The fire rod was just too attractive.
This is the race equivalent of a braided river. Have you ever seen a braided river?
A braided river?
Yeah, like a river that meanders, but it also branches off of itself and then merges with itself multiple times.
Oh. So we're pretty even here because someone's gonna do this chest that Gamma's already done. No? He's skipping it? Okay.
Was it an item?
No, it was compass.
And the bridge? Okay. And the bridge.
No, we've both done bridge chest.
And that was an... Okay.
Yeah, no, someone I don't think did the middle chest.
That's odd.
Unless he did and I wasn't watching.
I definitely saw Gamma do it. Very nice Mothula.
Yeah,
Just one spike, 9 out of 10. Oh, I love Chozo ghosts. They're my favorite.
This dungeon doesn't want to give up its second item.
Fine, keep your secrets.
There we go. Pinball chest. Just a big 20, so... Unless Green Pendant has something, this whole Skull Woods foray was a total waste.
Yeah, it's it's too bad they both, are gonna lose because of it. And they totally didn't just both do it.
Yes, is this a... Can we make a ruling that they're both allowed to lose this race?
Yeah, they're also both allowed to win. Sorry, I don't write the rules.
Oh, okay.
I just write the rules.
So this is our first Village of Outcasts look from someone. What do we still need? We obviously need Ice Rod, Cane of Samaria, Hammer. That about it?
Yeah, we need a glove. Did you mention that?
No.
Yeah, there's a
right,
rock.
To get through ice.
Yeah, there's a big rock in front of Cold Stare. It's the only reason you need a glove. It's the only dungeon that actually requires a glove in this game. Believe it or not. Anyone who plays Cross Keys knows this.
So, this is going to be an Ice Rod hunt, right? Where is someone... Okay, that's one way to route this. Not how I usually see people go through the front of Thieves. Hey, Flute's nice.
Flute's probably not getting activated. Unless they get a mirror.
The seed to be worth it.
Now, interestingly, Gamma is doing all of these Dark World checks before going to Thieves.
Hey, he got another bottle for his troubles.
He was hoping to find the hammer.
Yeah, that would be nice too.
So someone gets a little bit of an efficiency boost not doing that, but at the cost of risk.
I didn't actually catch what the fourth chest in the front of Thieves was, whether we had a 2-item front or a 3-item front. Yeah, so the way Gamma's going around here is what I'm used to seeing runners do after the ambush chest, so... I haven't actually timed it whether someone's routing is faster than what Gamma just did.
Did someone transition south and then go north again?
Yep.
That's slower.
Okay.
That's super slow. A lot of transitions. Try it again in fast ROM, it might be different. Because a lot of the lag is in screen transitions.
Okay, there's our third item in the attic, so chances are not having the hammer isn't going to force us to abandon an item. I believe there's only a 25% chance that the remaining item is in the big chest. Oh, someone realizing, yeah, I don't have a glove to lift that. Okay, there's our fourth item. I mean, flute and red meringue are nice. They don't really unlock anything.
That's a crystal in the belt.
Yeah,
It's
it will be.
leaving the runners
Crystal
very little to do that's actually in logic or good.
Right, I mean, we could do desert just to grab the crystal, but as discussed, Landmo doesn't have an item, so why would we do that?
You do that when you have a good reason to go back into the area.
We could go to Meyer area, we haven't been there yet.
I think when you go to Myers, my opinion, I think you do Hype Cave. If you want to be super conservative, you do Hype Cave into Pyramid Ferry, and you end your route there. And if you want to do Swamp, you do it from Meyer. But if you want to be, gamble, if you want to believe in Swamp, you do Stumpy first. And you do Meyer with the intention of exiting out Swamp, and then you do Hype Cave.
Jeez, and of course we can also... Well, we don't really have the mirror to get back to the light world, but Magic Bat's available. Not in logic, but available. Wait, so did someone just skip the other village checks?
Maybe we missed someone doing all three.
Well,
I saw someone get the bombable hut.
yeah, I saw him... Okay, so he must have the... well, then. Because
Yeah.
I just remember him doing C-shaped house. And hey, there's our fourth bottle, and someone doesn't even want it. And hey, here's the Meyer play that we were discussing. What is our Meyer medallion? That's another
Ooh,
question.
it's Quake.
Ooh, I guess
Spicy.
add another item to our list.
Do I still believe in Swamp? Absolutely.
And there's our other boomerang. Oh, yeah, we still don't have a glove for Checkerboard Cave, I just realized. Would be interesting to see some divergence at some point.
Yeah. They're not being given the opportunity to do so, with the Quake medallion being kind of turning us away from the fun parts of the game.
Well, I mean, you could believe in Swamp, you could believe in Pod. You have your choice of pendant dungeons.
You could believe in TR if you're feeling really spicy. Or you could clean up your Sphere 1, which I'm always a big fan of. I think they should probably hit up the escape before they do any of that.
Yeah, we haven't actually been... We haven't even checked Uncle, have we?
We don't start worrying about the uncle until, like, the 2-hour mark. Look, what is this? What is this red thing?
Wait.
I've never seen this before. What is this red thing?
You buy the big red bomb?
I've never seen this in my life. It's like a bomb, but it's bigger. Okay, we're getting extra fancy with it. Somebody did this in a qualifier, and it was amazing.
Wow, that was pretty awesome.
I might have been someone, actually. It was so good that I left a comment in the qualifier spreadsheet to draw attention to the fact that someone did this.
Because, yeah, without a hammer, you have to do some sort of bomb dupe to actually deliver it.
Swam is good. Swam is probably faster than this, but that sure as heck was way more stylish.
Did you catch what was on Pyramid Ledge?
I did not, but someone clearly doesn't care about it.
Oh, it was a big 20.
Ooh, green pendant has the cane.
Well, so, now TR becomes kind of interesting.
TR is easily the best thing they could do. You would think, like, oh, but we can do GT too, but key logic usually keeps stuff out of GT if you don't have the hammer.
Now we get some divergence, though, because someone did not check Saha.
No, someone is holding on to that green pendant, so he could.
Also means that, hey, the Skull Woods play was 100% required after all.
And this is a GT play for Gamma. This is not Turtle Rock.
I mean, having Samaria makes GT reasonable. You still can't do left side, but at least you can do right side.
Yeah, and the good thing about this is even though a lot of it's out of logic, you can still find stuff here, like the Ice Rod and the Torch.
Hello, Ice Rod. Well, I guess that solves TR for us.
Yeah, so what do we need? We just need Hammer and Glove for Ice Palace.
Actually, I suppose it depends on TR key layout, right? I don't know TR key
we need
logic
Quake.
in HMG.
We need the medallion for Maya.
Right, we definitely need Quake.
So the key layout for TR is weird. We did look into the numbers and found that it's actually medallion locked by logic more often than we thought.
But that doesn't affect people too much, and honestly, chances are pretty good that we have the medallion for TR.
It's good to look at it if your go mode is the Meyer medallion. And if you are familiar with the logic, you can read that anything you found in TR is or isn't medallion locked. For example, if they were to find a hammer there, they could choose not to check hammer lock chests if the only thing they're looking for is the Meyer medallion.
Oh, here's our medallion check for TR. And it is Bombos. We can get in.
Alright. So TR is looking right for Gammachuu. That's a no-brainer. Someone has to put in a little bit of work to get to the point where he can do that. But maybe the stuff that he does will lead him to things that Gamma misses out on. For example, if someone goes to Pod and Hammer's there, that could be almost a disadvantage for Gamma to have the cane and fire and the ice rod.
Gamma's deciding not to go to the back of GT.
Wait,
I guess we only had 2 small keys, so he knows that the back isn't in logic yet.
But he needs, like, Glove and Quake. They could be there.
Yeah. Right, Hammer can't, but Glove and Quake could.
So I guess what he's thinking is I'll go back. He'll go back if he finds the hammer. but he'd rather just climb.
Oh, is this the mushroom turn-in? Guess we did activate the flute for all that.
There is a clip. There is a clip that gets you to Sahasrara's closet from here. And if someone is thinking that, this is a great opportunity to check it. But this looks like just another flute. Oh, it's a flute to 5. Okay, so he's just gonna hoof it.
Yeah, this is
or wing it, I guess, because he's got the bird.
Clearly the Saha check, so... Okay, presumably this will take him to the mountain. Certainly feels nice to have Butter Sword and Silvers and half magic for the GT climb.
So with Samaria in hand, what will someone go to? This also looks like GT. This is actually pretty good. Someone won't be missing out on much that Gamma has. Maybe he'll make a divergence by continuing in GT to do the stuff Gamma decided to skip out on because it was hammerlocked. So nothing upstairs.
Though, of course, we do have to beat Agatu at some point, so, well, we're here. Might as well.
Gamma also hasn't done Pyramid. So climbing does give him an opportunity to do Pyramid. He can't do Pyramid Fairy because he's in the fake Dark World from Death Warping. It's a little bit much to explain, but basically in the vanilla game, you'll get kicked out of the Dark World if you die in a dungeon. And now he's no longer in the Dark World, so as soon as he transitions, he'll just be back in the Light World. If he had a glove, he could pair it with the Escape. But when you do that transition out of the Pyramid, there's a rock in the way to get back in.
Meanwhile, someone is doing the back GT out of logic. So we'll see if he turns up a glove or Quake here.
I also, looks like someone may not have actually gotten the Ice Rod.
Yeah, he went right immediately. I didn't actually check, but I can believe he might have gone right immediately.
So this is actually really good, the routing for someone if he intends to go all the way through. Exiting out the big chest room does put him in the room that has the Ice Rod in it. And he saves him a trip.
Alright, we can actually open the big chest, too. Well, junk for the most part, so unless the big chest has something, it's a good dodge by Gamma not coming back here. Now Gamma's in real Dark World. Oh, vanilla red now. How about that?
It almost looked like someone was gonna dash past the Ice Rod. Alright, I'm picking up this key for some reason. I don't think you need that
He
yet.
just wants 3 keys for the climb
You
to be
gotta have
really
3.
safe.
Just to be safe, exactly. What if he accidentally opens that middle door? He might have to do tile room, which he's already done. Alright, Gamma's doing the expected thing. This is Turtle Rock.
I guess he hasn't checked the medallion, but I'm a little surprised he didn't just go in the front.
I mean, he has. He did catfish, so he would have seen it.
Oh, okay.
Going through the front isn't great without the mirror, because what if you go into the front and you don't get the keys?
Oh, true.
So then you
Right.
can't really get out.
I didn't think about we still don't have the mirror.
There's still, as if we're ever going to have the mirror. You don't need the mirror, so sometimes you just never get it. For all we know, the mirror is just sitting on Argus or the pedestal.
Naturally.
Gamma does appear to be in a bit of a lead, though. But that could wash away if Gamma decides to chase some of the stuff someone has already done. And it might just come down to who goes to pod first.
You're just excited about the Potter Swamp plays.
Oh, someone. Okay. Someone has some potions. Good time to use them. You do not want to die in Gauntlet 5.
So where do we think the big key is here?
I like when we get to do the HMG glitches. Okay? It's not my fault Pod and Swamp Repentance.
Well, that's like ever since Becky Clip has been legalized, Swamp is always a pendant. Did you know that?
In my experience, Swamp is always hookless.
That's the alternative. It's either pendant or hookless.
Specky Clip made it so that HMG players are the only people who ever open that door now.
There's the big key in Chomp's room.
I think actually if I was Gamma, I would have death warped out of there. Killed Trinex and then gone back in. But I don't know if that's actually better or if it's just fancier. Maybe
Also, do you bother checking the big chest?
It's not really
a great location.
It's not. Let's put it. It's not here. It's not where Gamma is. So if you're checking the big chest, it's its own thing. It's not like doing. It's not part of TR anymore, as far as we're concerned. It's a mountain check.
You just glitch in
It's
from
near
the
Mimic
outside.
Cave. You wait for the mirror.
So
Yeah. I think this is why. Like, this is why I would death warp out of Chomps, is because sometimes you can get lucky with. You get all the items and you don't have to go back in at all. Or you can decide to skip one item.
given the key positioning, we could have just entered the front and done the dungeon like normal.
I guess so.
But obviously you don't know that before you go in.
You don't know that, and it's also not necessarily faster than what Gamma did.
Well,
what
but
Gamma
then
did
you
is
can
pretty good.
then you can route in the big chest on the way.
Yeah, but that's slow in its own way, right? You have to exit and re-enter.
Okay, so we still need Quake to do Mire and Hammer and Glove to do Ice Palace. Presumably this is a TR play for someone.
Alright, is it time to start talking about the uncle? No, apparently not. Where is Gamma going?
Yeah, that's the other thing, like...
Oh, he hasn't been here yet.
Right, but Uncle and all of Escape, we haven't seen any of it.
The fact that Gamma is doing this right now, though, does tell me he's probably thinking about Sphere 1. This is probably the escape.
Yeah, if he's doing another
What
shard
else
from
would it be?
House.
Yeah,
Yes,
there we
okay.
go.
Nothing like the 55-minute Uncle
Hey,
check.
look, it's a sub-hour uncle.
Amazing.
I mean, Uncle definitely has, like, the mirror. It's gonna be something we wish we had, but isn't actually progression. Okay, it's a glove.
Yeah, that would have been nice earlier.
Now we can do the back of Escape in Desert and Checkerboard. I think Desert Checkerboard is probably a good play. I'd do back of Escape first in case a book turns up, but that's a minor thing. So someone is doing the thing I wanted to do, which is skip the front of TR. We saw that there was nothing in the roller room. I would love to see someone just skip front of TR. And if Gamma was counting keys, he knew that the key was in that chest too.
Okay.
Which means that Gamma didn't know. So Gamma had like a 50-50 of compass on Trinex or compass in that roller room. And he could have skipped roller room if he did Trinex first.
So, right, someone's gonna know by process of elimination that the front of TR is just 2 keys and a compass.
Yeah, chat's pointing out this is secretly a casual boot seed. And the secret to winning is to know about that. Know that this is actually a casual boot seed. And play it like one. I do think we even got, like, mountain access and hookshot, moon pearl, and Aghanim, so like we kind of did have access to a lot.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is... no, we had the cape too. Yeah, even the fire rod was available. I would love to give the seed to someone and just not tell them it's HMG. But...
Well, I mean, you can't give the seed to someone. Someone's already playing it.
Okay, that's fair. Ooh, we had a skippable Dark Cross. But Gamma wanted to go here to set up a key steal, which means he can clip here from Hera and steal a key from the key rat and spend it in Swamp. Oh, of course. Everybody wants to go to Pendant Swamp, right? That's what this is for. This is all about going...
You've been wanting it for a while. I think we should dive ice looking for the hammer.
Well, the thing with ice is it's not in logic until we have mitts.
Oh, so...
It's just
HMG logic doesn't expect you to clip into it.
It's just gonna be a pod.
Jackpot! 3 of a kind!
Alright. 3 of a kind and none of them are progression. It's the crappy jackpot. This is gonna be the desert checker. Makes sense. What about someone? Someone also picking up the escape? Could save a little time not doing Dark Cross.
So at this point, do you just finish up land mode since you're back in the area?
Yeah, that's why Gamma's here, I think, is clean up Landmo and do the one check that's there.
There's someone's glove. Ooh, fetch quest.
I guess you do Landmo first, maybe. And then you go back over? Not sure. Imagine having the glove from Uncle when you were here. Where are you going? Okay, I guess we're just clipping. You could teleport on that little ledge, but this is fine too.
Wasn't the shovel. But yeah, after Landmo, we have to start making real decisions.
I mean, the only real decision is Pod.
What
I'm not joking.
Swamp?
I don't think there's anything left.
Swamp?
Swamp's out of logic.
You have to get into Mire to do Swamp. Right?
I think it's just Pod, unless I'm missing something. I guess no, it's really not much. Have you done Magic Bat?
No, we haven't done Magic Bat, though.
Okay.
As you would point out, it's not actually in logic.
No, you know, I didn't think of that. But yeah, we did take the wraps out of logic, which includes the one that we used to get to Bat, which means you do need either the hammer or the mirror and moon pearl.
So yeah, I guess logic is forcing us to Pod. Hammerless Pendant Pod.
Pod is in Sphere 1. If you're cleaning up your Sphere 1s, don't forget Pod.
Yeah, it's more that it's Hammerless Pendant Pod. But that's crystal number 5. If we can just turn up that hammer and that quake, we'll be done in no time. So it looks like someone is doing a pod play now. As is Gamma.
Someone in the lead, I think?
Well, someone's still gonna have to clean up desert or something.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's a slight lead for Gamma. If a mirror turns up, someone can clean up desert very quickly.
Right, just combo it with Mire at that point. Wow, that was a nice bomb by Gamma. Get the mini Moldorm and blast yourself into Pod.
This is also the first Underworld clip of the seed. Is that correct?
I think so. Well, when they were in GT originally, it was fake Dark World, right?
Yeah, but they didn't go through any walls.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So, in other words, a clip that would not be allowed in overworld glitches.
Exactly. Someone's pod route is potentially making it awkward to get out of this location. I think I like what Gammachuu doing better. Because if your key layout is right, you can skip these entirely. But being in this part of pod with 12 hearts, red mail, and no mirror, no hammer, I think someone will just have to backtrack out.
Yeah. I like Gamma's route through here better.
That said, the mirror is here.
Yeah.
And Gamma will have to check this.
Okay.
What does the mirror actually do? We have some questions now.
Well,
We've already done
down. I think this is going to be an item, Stalfos basement here.
Oh, the hammer. Hammer of God.
It was sure an item.
You have to keep going because they're still looking for Quake.
Yeah.
But mirror doesn't make it easier to do ice if you want to full clear it. I think full clearing ice is not a great idea because there's so many locations that Quake locks or that the other glove could be in that you risk doing a full clear that was never going to be in logic.
So that was certainly 2 items for the front of pod.
So what this combination of items gives us Mimic Cave, the rest of GT, which is pretty lucrative. Mirror gives the first chest of Swamp, which cannot be Quake because of a logic bug, but it can be the small key. If you want to protect against that, the thing you do is you first you just like check air basement and save scum it, and then you just do Swamp, but you only open the first chest.
Well, there's planning. Okay, 3 items out of pod. Maybe we don't even have to do Helma King. Of course, Quake could be on pet.
Oh, someone did this in the wrong order. It's kind of looking like the big key is just going to be in the maze, though.
Could still be on Harmless Hell.
Oh, the mitts. Is there anything you didn't want to see?
That puts ice in logic, so... See? Big key was in Harmless Hellway.
Alright. Someone is missing out on big chest, then.
Yeah, which is either the map or our 5th item. Yeah, I think you have to do ice next now. It's a crystal. And you really hope this is not the map and that Helma has the map. Okay, Helma has the map. See ya, pod.
Yeah, I guess for Pedestal to be Quake, Swamp Small Key has to be in the first chest. So it's a pretty safe thing to skip. So Gamma going to ice makes sense.
Entirely possible that Quake is just in ice and that's our go mode.
There's also a whole bunch of unsavory overworld locations that we suddenly have to think about, like the Smith Chain.
We know Gamma loves Smith Chain.
I don't think Gamma's fluke is active.
No, I don't think he activated
it. I don't think he checked powder either, so that's all gonna get done with Smith Chain, almost certainly. Yeah, Quake on Ped would require some stars to align in Swamp Palace. Very unlikely.
Let's see how Gamma routes ice here. He's got some Aria out, so he's thinking not gonna hit the switch, just gonna plan on a full clear. Haven't actually gotten any items from ice yet. There's one.
There's one. Yeah, we get some nice music.
And remember, while it looks very close at the moment with Gamma having a small lead, someone does have to do the back of desert still.
Yeah, it is. But again, if it's not just on the way, what is going on with Gamma?
I don't know. Powdering Freezor? That's the new thing?
I think it was a quick swap, like just slammed the button by accident, and then got confused about which direction and got hookshot instead.
Well, we've managed to find all the dungeon items, so Cold Stare and Iced Tea both have items. Come on, Quake on Cold Stare, let's just be done with this. So Smith's Chain's probably our densest play because we also have Hammer Pegs and Magic Bat if we do it, right?
Nah, I think Ganon's Tower is probably the
densest. Right, we still have left side GT.
It's a pretty strong. I mean, Gamma has more than that. Actually, imagine if it's not there. Gamma will give time back to someone in the basement because someone already did Ice Armos and Gamma did not.
And that's why Buttersword Cold Stare is not allowed in the vanilla game.
Well, I have a loose definition of allowed. It's very doable.
Not intended by the developers.
You can also get silvers at like 20-minute mark. Probably earlier.
Right, you just need bow and then clip into Pyramid Fairy. As opposed to Buttersword, where I believe you need Tempered Sword.
You do need Tempered. So while we're doing some retracing, fun facts about the swords is you can actually downgrade them in the vanilla game. And there's a speed run where you upgrade and downgrade your swords repeatedly so that you collect in total 8 swords.
So you can repeatedly collect swords?
Yeah, eventually you'll run out of ways to downgrade. I think the first thing you do is you like get Butter Sword, or you get Tempered Sword and then you upgrade it to Butter, and then you get Master Sword, which downgrades it, and then you upgrade that to Tempered, and then you upgrade that to Butter. And you just keep doing that until you check the uncle and that one downgrades your sword. Something like that. Our tracker, Mr. Byer, actually speedruns this and can explain how we get to 8 swords. But Gammachuu is picking up Spiral Cave, not finding Quake.
So this is probably a GT play then.
This is indeed a GT play. And it'll be really interesting to see how the lead flattens if Quake isn't on the way. If Quake is somewhere else.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, or we just
divergence.
That's fine too.
So chances are extremely likely it's either in left side GT or on Smith Chain. Where by Smith Chain we include Hammer Pegs and Magic Bat. So this will probably decide the race. Ooh.
Oh boy.
Well, we now have tablets to check. And given that Gamma now has the mirror, he can do Ether immediately after GT.
Can. But also, he can't, because you can't go outside of GT.
Oh, is there a fake Dark World problem?
No, there's collision. It's
Oh.
kind of annoying. You'd think you can just go outside a mirror, but then you're inside Hera, and you just bonk. So you just have to save and quit and clip up. But that takes 2 seconds anyway. It's fine.
Meanwhile, what does Jeremiah give us? Oh,
all right.
boy.
Well, so when they diverged, I was going to say GG someone in the sense that one of these players is very ahead of the other. I didn't realize how right I would have been by saying that. But I also don't like to call GG until the game is actually over.
But it's okay. Gamma has gotten the filet, so he won his moral victory.
Yeah, it's a shame that it turned into this, like, ice rod hunt, effectively. It's not as bad because we have an entire 2 dungeons locked by this Quake medallion, but it is a little obnoxious. Hera Basement was also, I think, something that could have led to progression. That would have been a little scary. I think this would have been a really fun race if both of them went to GT and then someone took, you know, less time because, you know, because he doesn't need to be where Gamma is right now.
Gotta get someone's music on now that he's in go mode.
Gamma is very likely to do Smith Chain next because he has the book. And the Bombos tablet is at the end of turning in purple chests. I think Ether Tablet would be done with Mimic Cave. Oh, what is Link's house, though?
Yeah, that's surprising.
That's just checking the tablet, so that's not great.
That's very surprising, I mean...
Oh, it's... Yeah, no, this is just to check... Oh!
Oh, he never did Mushroom, did he?
I guess not.
And he never activated the flute, so... No?
What is this? King's Tomb?
King's Tomb?
There's gotta be a better way to get here.
Like starting in Sank, perhaps?
I think starting on the mountain is faster. Not gonna lie. I think that's arguably... I haven't timed it, but that's comparable to starting in Sank. I think Link's house is the third best option of the 3. I also think that in a seed like this, when you're facing down a bunch of terrible things, including Smith Chain, I think activating the flute is probably good. But I understand not doing that. If you activate the flute and then the next thing is Quake, you haven't gained time. But if your last thing is Quake, you probably lost it anyway. Yeah, I like to say we don't know what's faster while Mr. Byer is listening because he'll do the timing for us. As well as the tracking. Give a shout out to him. He actually does play this game. When I say follow the tracker, I mean it. He does cool things with this game. Also follow my co-commentator Drossi and the runners Gammachuu and someone325.
Just as a reminder, they have at least one more game after this, possibly 2. This is game 1 in a best of 3.
This is a lower bracket race, so it is elimination. Gammachuu has been a favorite in the bracket predictions. He did win the Glitch Mentor tournament. I think he also won some, like... tell me, I think he won some other tournaments this year too, right?
He just won 80 keys this weekend.
Just 80 keys, right? That's the only one?
This year, I think so. I don't think he won the Spanish tournament this year. Hard to keep track.
Yeah, last year was when he won Maine, right? Or didn't he win Maine?
No, he was runner-up in Maine to Dan.
Runner-up in Maine. Okay.
He's been runner-up in League. He is also a finalist in SpeedGaming Live spoiler log. Those matches will be played out sometime this week.
How many tournaments is he in?
At the moment, 7, and he's regretting it.
You're kidding me.
I was asking him about it. Because then you have to add in, like, SMZ3 and...
SMZ3 is 2 games, that counts as 2 tournaments.
So,
wow, we get to do actual spooky. Another reason to activate the flute.
Right. Gamma still never activated the flute, so he's going to have to clip his way over to Meyer, too. That's going to take a little bit more time.
You can do some cool stuff with the purple chest. Not that Gamma will, because Smith Chain is going to end here with the Smith. But if he wanted to, he could carry the purple chest invisibly and then clip down a mirror.
Faye's in chat reminding us that Gamma won the pilot spoiler tournament.
Pilot spoiler, nice.
Of course, someone has his own history. He's done quite well in the main tournament some years.
Someone is an old-timer. I feel like I've seen this name for as long as I've been playing Rando.
Wait, Gamma activated... Oh. Did Gamma just activate Flute before doing Smith Chain or something?
I'm not sure.
Because if he had it activated before, why the heck didn't he Flute to 2 to turn in the mushroom?
Okay, he did just activate it.
Okay. So yeah, Gamma has a non-god mire while someone just has to clean up the back of Desert. So I think that's a solid couple minutes lead for someone.
And this is the end. Like, this is their last crystal. So
yeah,
there are very many opportunities for Gamma to catch up.
Especially Buttersword Silver's Ganon. To answer chat, yes, both runners have beaten Gammachuu.
Yeah, that one's a tricky one because our end of the tracker says GT, but that's just kind of hacked in, and the SpeedGaming tracker says Aga defeated. And by hacked in, I mean like I drew GT letters on it. Someone from
you turned the C
SpeedGaming
into a G.
Yeah, I drew. I took like a little line and added it to the C. Yeah, we do have Gammachuu on the tracker. That's why it says GT, but it's not on the tracker that the tracker uses doesn't say that, so it's not always obvious that they can actually mark Gammachuu. But they do both have it done. Wow, this is a very unfriendly mire for being in Quake Go mode. The best you can say about it is that they didn't have to do Swamp. But I did say I believed in Pod too. Pod had everything.
So wait, the Big Q is vanilla? I didn't remember someone taking that long.
I do have to say, I did not believe in Skull Woods. And that was also required for Canis Samaria.
I also did not believe in Skull Woods.
I believed in what like the runners going there. I thought that was like good, but I didn't see that on the map and be like, oh yeah, something's gonna be there. It really goes to show just how long it takes to clear Mire Basement.
Yeah, Gamma might not actually have his 7th crystal by the time someone finishes.
Yeah, this is, I mean, someone's gonna finish in like a seconds. Oh, even with a nice middle triple setup or double setup. Yeah, this is GG for someone. 325. Oh no, someone. Okay. Oh.
I mean, that bridge is dangerous.
No, that bow is dangerous. That will hard lock your game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, thank God. I was like holding my breath. I hard locked in the No Logic finals. Thankfully, I was already. I already lost, but don't dry fire the bow.
Anyway, someone finishes at 1:23:38. I think he should have waited 7 seconds longer just because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 always looks nice.
That'd be pretty cool. But I'm also glad he didn't dry fire the bow and hardlock, because that would have broken my heart. I think there was a lot of mirroring and fluting, so a lot of progress would have been lost, which is why I said I don't say GG until it's done.
But yeah, it is kind of funny that they both basically last locationed Pod, which had hammer and mirror in the front.
It also had mitts in the back. And mitts led to...
Oh, that's true, right. That was...
The mirror was just an excuse to do Smith Chain. The game didn't have to give us that. We are joined by someone. GG. I have to ask you one question. Do you know about the dry firing the bow at Ganon? And the consequences of that?
No.
Okay, I want to tell you this because you very nearly hardlocked your game there.
Nice.
I recommend that you watch the last race in the No Logic tournament to see what can happen when you do that.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, don't try fire the fire rod either. But otherwise, very nice game. I'm sorry that Quake was terrible, but it was pretty funny to see Pod just have everything in it.
Yeah.
It was everything you didn't want to see too. It wasn't even good stuff.
I guess you can like potion glitch to get the Smiths and then turn it in for Quake.
Yeah, you can. Are you really going to do that though?
No.
You can also do some fun stuff with the mirror, but I mean that was there too.
By the way, get your GG's in for Gammachuu playing this out.
Is Gamma going to show us the... Okay, that would have been funny actually. Like he's watching the race because he already lost and...
Okay, he finishes 1:26.50, so 3 minutes 12 seconds apart. Anyway, someone, I was going to ask, I don't know if you know that this is what it turned on, but after you guys both did ice, you decided to take Smith Chain over left side GT. Can you talk about your thought process there?
Well, Smith Chain came to my head first before GT, but also... I expected my opponent to be a little bit ahead, or they went to pod early and already did left side.
You guys were both in pod at the same time.
Oh, nice.
You were very closely routing with each other. Minor differences up until that divergence. But I also think maybe, I know that you didn't think of GT, but also it was a little more appealing to Gamma because he didn't do the basement of GT all the way up to Armos. He just stopped at the big key.
Yeah, I did basement and big chest and then walked into Ice Rod. That was fun.
Not a bad Ice Rod location, all things considered. We are also joined by Gamma, GG.
Hey, GG someone.
Hey, GG's.
You got the fillet from that GT detour. That made it worthwhile, right?
You didn't get that, someone?
No, I did Smith Chain instead. I thought it was before GT, and I already did basement and stuff.
Oh, okay. Alright. You didn't do left side then?
No.
That was what decided the race.
Yeah, I just went for that because I was just high density. I didn't want to touch it the first time I went in there and got the big key because I was just all hammer locked. I'm like, I'd rather hold off on that till later.
Yeah, that was a point of debate. I think some of us were pro continuing because of the other things you were missing. Glove and Quake could have been there, but also it kind of makes sense that you can come back later very easily, so it doesn't hurt too much to leave it behind.
Yeah,
this one I get out of the way. Maybe I find like not hammer, but like anything else we need. The guy thread or the medallions.
If you did both go to GT, I think someone could have still. They would have been very close because someone still had to do Desert Boss, but had already done Ice Armor, so there would have been more for Gamma to do in GT, and that would have given someone a bit of a temporary lead to build on and cash in for that desert play at the end. But that's not the race we got.
Right. Yeah, I didn't feel good once I kind of knew. All I had left when I went to pod was Kingstomb and Mushroom Turn In. So I wasn't already feeling good at that point.
What was Hair Basement? Was
Hair
Hair Basement an item?
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
Hair Basement too until the very end. That's a terrible My Medallion location because you can actually brick your seed by spinning the key wrong.
That's fun. I wasn't gonna go into swamp for the medallion.
No, he wouldn't do that.
It could have been the first chest though.
I think if it was a crystal, you would do it and you would like go mode it and just check one chest. But with it being a pendant, there's really no reason to check that.
Yeah, could have been the entrance though, unless that's not fixed yet.
It's not fixed yet, but the entrance could still be a key, and then it could be
Yeah.
anywhere in swamp. Could be on ped. I would like to ask, does Gammachuu know about the dry firing the bow, hard locking your game on Ganon?
Oh yeah.
Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Someone like almost did it and didn't know about it, and that could have been the race too.
Oh.
I was holding my breath during the fanfare because you don't find out until after the fanfare if it happens or not.
Yeah, that's a little, just be careful.
Yep. I wasn't gonna go overboard with it, I guess. I like if you use the fire rod, you can do some weird stuff and then like fall into a pit.
Did you do Skullwoods early? That felt like probably my win condition when I went to get a hammer. Oh, you did? Okay.
I was planning on going in, and then I found the fire rod, and I didn't want to change plans.
Yeah, that was basically the second thing I did in the Dark World. I did Dark Dust Mountain, Catfish, and then it just went straight to Bumper Kill. Like, oh, well, here's Fire Rod. I guess we'll go ahead and clear this.
Yeah, the whole Dark Death Mountain, I did that my second trip, but nothing was there. So it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Well, that is the last HMG race for the night, but there will be another one tomorrow with Gammachuu and someone doing game 2. This one will be at the same time, channel pending, and then later in the week there are more races, so do check out the schedule to make sure you don't miss out on the last races of the Hybrid Major Glitches tournament. Any final words before we take this one out?
No, just thanks for putting up the restream, Melmo, Drosy doing comms, and GG someone. I'm looking forward to game 2 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, GG's again to you both. Thanks again to Mr. Beyer for doing the tracking here. And yeah, I think that's all I've got. Again, follow the schedule, follow the SpeedGaming channel, SpeedGaming and SpeedGaming 2 through 7, so you can make sure to keep up with all these matches. And yeah, we'll see you here for game 2, same time tomorrow night.